Thank you, Elise. Our Republican Conference Chair, she has also been a great leader on this, as have my colleagues who you see around this room. We are dialed in on this. This is not just a major priority. I think this is the #1 priority for House Republicans, and we've been reflecting that since the very beginning of this Congress. We passed H.R. 2 now 9 months ago. That it was the Secure the Border Act, which would have solved this catastrophe before it got so out of control. I want to thank the participants on the panel today, the experts in the area, and your input on this is of great importance to us, and we thank you for your time and commitment to be here, all of you. We look forward to hearing what you have to say. I gave a speech on the floor here just a brief time ago. We called it the magic minute. The speaker gets that prerogative. It's the first time I've used it since I became speaker a little less than 100 days ago. And I chose this topic because it is the #1 topic on the hearts and minds of the American people. This is a catastrophe. There's no other way to describe it. And we've all seen it with our own eyes. Many of us have been to the border multiple times. Most recently, January 3rd, we brought the largest congressional delegation that has ever visited the border to see it with their own eyes. 64 House Republicans were gathered there from more than half the states in the country. And what we saw was infuriating and heartbreaking at the same time. The processing of people as if they're some sort of commodities in these processing centers, undocumented young children who are unaccompanied as well, who have been subjected to all sorts of evil on their journey there at the hands of the cartels and traffickers. The fentanyl that's poured over the border, flooded over the border. We all know the statistics. It's the leading cause of death of Americans now, aged 18 to 46. This is completely out of control. The numbers are staggering. You're talking about millions and millions of illegals who have come into our country, and they're being sent distributed throughout the nation. Some of them with notices not to return again, supposedly to an immigration judge for a decade. It is not a sustainable situation. Everyone knows it, and what I emphasized on the floor today is that the President of the United States needs to step up and fulfill his statutory obligation. He has a responsibility to fix the catastrophe that their actions specifically have created. It is by design. I made reference on the floor today that during the Obama administration, by way of comparison, they detained 82% of the illegals who came across the border just a few years ago. Right now, the Biden administration is releasing 85%. How do you go from 82% detained to 85% released and it not be a deliberate action? It is. And that's why Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is going to be impeached. The House Homeland Security Committee finished that work, completed it about 1:15 a.m. this morning, and that is a necessary job that is overdue. We'll be moving that to the House floor expeditiously, and the House will do its job. We'll do our job. We'll continue to do our job, the House Republican majority, and we're calling upon the President to use his very clear, very obvious statutory authority that he has right now and has had since the day he walked into the office to fix this mess. He's taken 64 specific actions, executive orders and through his administration, to create the chaos, and we need it to end. I'll yield back because there's a lot that needs to be said here. I'll be coming in and out because we've got multiple things going on, but I'm truly, truly grateful for all of you, your dedication, Elise, for your leadership, and for the insight that we'll get today. I yield back.